Alright, let's check in on the old channel. Oh So this last month sure has sucked. It all started when I was wrapping up the previous video. I didn't know it at the time, but when I was filming the outro, the AC went out. So my apartment turned into a literal sauna. So in order to not melt, I got one of these portable AC things, but they are loud. So I was unable to record anything without breaking into a crazy sweat. I actually started in the last video. But that's not the worst of it. The day I published the last video, I was heading out to a friend's house to help him with something, and when I was driving back... So I got in my first accident. Awesome. And it took 2 weeks to get the police report, so I was just stuck here and I couldn't record anything. I couldn't even go to my car because it wasn't there anymore. But hey, AC's fixed. Things are looking up. So I thought this was a great time to do the 20K Q&A I teased in like the last 50 videos. And to do that, well, I'll be using this Red Magic tablet. The Red Magic Astra Gaming... Okay, I'll spare you the ad read. So we're gonna start from Deleted user asks, oh, that's ominous. Is the f***ed up iPhone battery gonna become a recurring character? Okay, I have this whole bit planned, but I can't find it anywhere. I didn't throw it out, but it's gone. Wenhow asks, are you going to do something about the Face ID of the iPhone that broke? Probably not, cause I finally caved. There is way too many problems. The last on the list is the Face ID thing, but the power button doesn't work, so it can't even click to confirm like with Apple Pay. The back cameras don't work. There's like this on the front of it. I just threw in the towel and I just got a new one. You asks, what happened to the Best Buy PC? I still use it. All the video stuff is done in the MacBook that I got. Still works fine, and with like rendering Adobe stuff, it's just super quick with the encoders. The problem is the storage. I have to use this external drive, and when that fills up, I have to dump everything onto the Mac Pro that I can't keep plugged in because oh jeez. But yeah, I still use it mainly for just either sim racing or just playing PC games. Failstar asks, what's your opinion on consumer grade tech? I don't really think I deserve a big say. In my opinion, I think stuff like that HP laptop I bought, same with that Mac Mini I had, I think it's complete slop. It's just awful. Mainly in the sense that you're making a worse version of a product that already exists, so I don't get it. I understand having cheaper computers and stuff like that, you know, that's perfectly understandable. But when you're selling just junk like that Mac Mini, this is Apple doing this. It's garbage. Thankfully they changed it though. I heard the new Mac Minis are really good. Actinium asks, how much technology do you have? Well, I now have this tablet. I have that iPhone. I have like a bunch of like graphics cards just kind of sitting around. This was literally under the table. As far as like stuff that you can actually boot up and use, I showed all of it 2 videos ago. If I had to guess, I probably have 6 or 7 computers. I know a lot of people have cool collections. I don't. I just don't have the space for it, but maybe one day. Chip Douglas asks, buy a Switch 2 or dinner with Jay-Z? Dinner with Jay-Z. The alternative is giving money to Nintendo. What are you gonna do with the Hot Pocket PC? I did eat the Hot Pocket. Kind of tasted like a cold pizza. I tried to eat the crust, like the thing that it was actually in. It was frozen, so when I put it back in the microwave to warm it up, it just fell in on itself. And then when I tried to like bite it, it was like very gummy, if that makes sense. But as far as like using the SBC, I still don't know yet. What are you gonna do after you graduate or something? I take life day by day. Real I'm not gonna say like I'll be some video engineer, but at the moment, I don't know. I go to school for like media studies, so I would like to like edit videos for a living. That's fun to me. As you can see from some of my videos, I have a little too much fun with it, but I don't know. All right, that's everything for Discord. Now let's scroll to YouTube. What was generally your main inspiration for making your channel, or at the very least, the structure of your videos? Since people make a comparison between your videos and Bringa Studios. No, really? I've never seen that. I never see that. Never. Since before you used to make general reviews and benchmarks before your pizza box PC video. So I started my channel because I built a new PC. I was super excited to have it. It was like my first PC where like I didn't carry over parts from like a previous one. It was like just all brand new and I wanted to like compare it. So I just decided to throw together a video like that. But yeah, that very first video was very inspired by like Greenham Gaming and his videos. And as you can see, like stuff like the fonts I used in my later videos were all the same. It was his font. It was very structured the same. It was like intro, benchmarks, conclusions, stuff like that. But over time, I kind of realized I'm kind of out of my depth on this. There is so many other channels that could just do a better job at explaining what I'm doing. I would really recommend creators like H-Blank. He does a really good job at explaining a lot of shit I don't know. So I was just thinking, I gotta do something different. But yeah, my second video is more like open-ended, talking to the camera. Very like inspired by like Drago1 and Dank Pods, because at the time I didn't know Bringus. And then my later videos with like the installing SteamOS on like an old gaming laptop, that was. So I did take inspiration from that one onwards, but before that, the Canon unboxing and the Windows 98 on a Mac Mini, and that was it. Everything else was more inspired by like Dank Pods, Scott the Woz, Drago1, Greenham, you get it. But yeah, the reason I switched the style from like benchmarks to just screwing around with computers was it is not sustainable at all to just keep buying old hardware, because one, I don't have a place to put it and no one's gonna buy it. And two, the videos did so poor. Like, they did really bad. And three, I couldn't do as good a job because I straight up didn't understand what I was talking about, really. And really, that SteamOS on a gaming laptop video, that was planned to be one of my last videos because I didn't really see a way forward with it. I could just keep churning stuff out, but it felt more like a chore to do that versus making stuff that I enjoyed. When that video popped off, I was like, hey, people do want to watch you. Maybe not the reviews, but people want to see you fuck around. That's what I'm good at. Are you going to make longer videos? And are you genuinely following the style of Bring His Studios, or do you just happen to be exactly like him? Truth be told, I don't really watch his videos these days. I don't want to rope myself into being like closer like him, if that makes sense. I respect him as a creator. I don't mean any disrespect by that. And am I gonna make longer videos? I really want to. And I'm trying to do that more with my videos, but the thing is, like, if you look at the catalog of my older videos, they're 4 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe 8 minutes. And then my newer stuff, I'm trying to get further and further, but it's super hard to convert what I've always edited to be like 4-minute videos to 15 to 20-minute videos. So to answer that, I want to, just may take a little more time. Tech question here. When do you think Valve's Proton compatibility will get good enough for every gamer to 100% abandon Windows? So many games work already. However, many other games, particularly with anti-cheats and tampering, are broken. Do you think Proton will address this in the future? I don't think Proton will. I think it's the job of like easy anti-cheat and stuff like that to find a way to work with Linux. And I think it's possible for it to get there. With stuff like that, it'll take more time. I think it'll eventually get there. The only way to do that is to increase the user base of SteamOS and Linux, and that's only gonna happen with me and you running Linux. It's basic supply and demand. If there's enough demand for it, I would say in like 10 years, it'll eventually get there. How long does it take to make a video? It kind of depends if I'm available. The process with my videos goes is I film a segment, I edit that segment, I shoot the next segment, I edit that segment, so on and so forth, so I don't tire myself out. Also keeps the brain fresh because, you know, I have to commentate what I'm doing. And sometimes when things get a little slow, I've had the tendency to over-edit, so I've tried dialing that back. I still find myself doing the same amount of editing over time. For instance, there was like a little thing on my last video that said like send to 3DS or whatever. I had to recreate that entire scene in After Effects. Here's a time lapse of it. It took about 2.5 hours just to make all the UI elements through Photoshop, animating it in After Effects. And that was for like a 3 or 4 second bit. Not every second of the video takes that long, but that's kind of what the process is. So I would say from start to finish, probably takes 3 to 4 weeks. I don't really outsource to other people. I just kind of do it myself. And the final question, how did you make your outro? All in After Effects. So initially I just kind of had like the keynote presentation for the background, but over time I kind of realized like that's kind of lazy. So I took this video graphics class at my college and I was able to throw something together in After Effects for an outro because I had that idea circling in my head. But yeah, everything you see see here is in After Effects. And then the outro music, I was initially gonna use like some sort of Fruitiger Arrow type like music, if that makes sense. Like I've used in the past, like something from like Webinar or something, but I didn't want to run into copyright issues. I mean, I'm still gonna do that with how much Nintendo and Deltarune music I use. The day's coming, I know it. But for the outro, I wanted to have like my own thing, so I commissioned someone on Fiverr by this user, and I would have exclusive rights to it. The excerpt that I actually use in the outro, it's actually like a 3-minute song. So if you want to listen to the whole thing, it's in the description. That's all I got. I'm sorry it took so long to get a video out. This month sucked, but I can confidently say everything's fixed, and I'll be able to get back to making stuff on a semi-regular basis. I do have stuff planned for this thing. Thank you, Red Magic, for sending this over. I can't wait to get started on the video I have planned for it. Thanks for watching. I hope when I upload this and publish it, a meteor doesn't